Welcome to the Hades 32 Heat Series Boonless Edition, where we are clearing Hades at 32 Heat with every weapon in a boonless run. We only have two weapons left to go. We have the fists and the shield, and I think I want to attempt a shield run. I have not had much success in attempting these runs, and I've tried a couple different aspects now. But I actually want to try something a little bit different. I was going to do Zagreus shield, but the problem with Zagreus shield is that the attack range is so short that it's actually really difficult to hit enemies unless you get really, really close to them. And it relies on using the Pulverizing blow hammer. So if you don't get that, you're kind of SOL. You don't really have much chance of success there. Zeus shield is just a little bit too slow and doesn't do quite enough damage to really be effective. You think it would be, but it's not. Every time I give it a try, I ran out of time. It is not powerful enough. So I kind of want to try a Beowulf shield build, which may be a bad idea, honestly. But I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm actually going to focus on the Beowulf special more than anything else, because it has the highest base damage of any other special, and I think when paired with certain hammers, it might be effective. So we're going to give it a shot. I don't know how successful this is going to be. I think it may actually fall flat right away. But we'll try it. We'll see what happens. So, we're going to start with the Cosmic Egg, as per usual. If we come across Chaos Gate and Tartarus, that'll really help. For our Mirror of Night, once again, the only thing different from our setup video is we have God's Pride of God's Legacy. Now, quick recap on the rules. Boonless run basically means that we will try to do our best to avoid making use of Olympian gods. So, if we are offered an Olympian, we aren't really going to be able to avoid them, but what we can do is put whatever they would offer us on an aspect of our weapon that we're not using. So for example, if we took Zeus, we could take Lightning Strike and then simply not use our attack until we get a chance to purge Lightning Strike. And the only criteria there is that we have to make sure that when we go to fight Hades, we do not have a single Olympian boon on our end screen. Chaos boons are totally fine. Chaos is not Olympian. Hermes is an Olympian, so we cannot take Hermes boons. Daedalus Hammers are not technically boons, so we can make use of those as well. Now, I'm trying to think about what our Pact of Punishment settings should be for this, and I'm really not sure. Absolutely, I'm going to turn Extreme Measures down to 3. We will turn up Underworld Customs, but damage control is a bad idea, so we're going to have to make that up somewhere else. And I think I got to take Approval Process. As much as I don't really know how that's going to go, you know what? If we get a Daedalus Hammer, we just got to hope that we get offered a good one. But I'm not really sure what I'm looking for with this. I have some ideas, but I don't really know how I want to make this work. So approval process it is, but this is going to be way too slow, so we got to turn Tight Deadline down. And in its place, I think we're going to go Lasting Consequences, Jury Summons. And let's give it a try. You know, I don't have a lot of hope for this build, but you know what? If it works, it works. Okay, starting with the Daedalus Hammer right away is good. Ooh, okay. Charged Flight. Hold special to charge up your throw for 200 plus base damage. You know what? Let's give that a try. I was actually thinking Dread Flight, but Okay. Alright, let's give it a try. Let's see how this goes. It might be a little bit slow, but you know what? Okay, that's decent.
Ready for them.
If we can add the Shattered Shackle onto that, and maybe a Chaos Gate, like a Chaos Flourish, it's not bad. And the fact that it ricochets is okay. Alright, we'll give this a try. Charged Flight with Beowulf Shield. It isn't quick, but you know what? It is powerful. Not really much more I can hope for. And the fact that I'm able to keep my distance already is making this more effective than Zag Shield. As much as I love doing Zag Shield with Pulverizing Blow, it's too restrictive and too dangerous. You have to be spamming your attack to really be able to do any sort of significant damage, but the only way you can really avoid damage is with the block, and you can't really do both at the same time. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, okay, I'll take Tempest Strike. That should be easy enough to avoid using. We just won't use our attack. Okay, you know, that is decent. That's surprisingly decent. The time it takes to charge it up is a little bit slow, but you know what? I think this will work.
You're a good friend, Bob.
What do we got? Special damage bonus. Nice, 3%. I'll take that. Charon's Obel.
Cheers, mate.
I'm gonna be amazed if the first time attempting a kind of Hail Mary build ends up being the one that actually succeeds. I've probably tried like 6 or 7 Boonless Shields run now, and all of them have failed. And I always figured Beowulf would just be too slow to be effective, but, well, maybe not. Ooh, let's not stand in the way of a laser beam.
Good enough to eat.
Okay, what else would be beneficial with charged flight? Would dread flight be a good idea, or would that... I don't know. Ricocheting to more enemies would speed up against crowds, but Dreadflight can sometimes actually be a little bit... You know what, I think Dreadflight might actually be a good choice, because then if it can ricochet to more enemies, that's less time spent charging. It's not like normal special where you just throw it every time. Like this one, you have to charge it up. So if you can ricochet it to additional enemies, Dreadflight might actually be a viable choice. Alright, what do we got? Thunder Flare, I guess. Actually, no, let's just take Lightning Strike. Yeah, replace the boon that we had before. That way we don't have to take a second boon. And that way it still leaves our cast open for Boiling Blood, except I just realized, no, it doesn't. We're using Beowulf. Boiling Blood is not an option here. Well, that's okay, though. It just means that we can actually put something on our cast and not have to worry about not being able to use it, because we can't use it already anyway. The moment we lock out either our attack or cast, it kind of gets rid of both. Okay, we'll take Aphrodite. Maybe we'll take Passion Flare. Passion Flare, there we go.
That's better.
Okay, Centaur Heart, absolutely. The charge time isn't actually too bad either. I would have expected it to take a lot longer, but it's shorter than the charge time on our Bull Rush, so that's something. It would be nice if there was like a little flash to indicate when it's fully charged, but I think I've got the hang of it now. Okay, these things are weak enough that I'm just gonna spam special. And our Dash Flourish might actually help with executing that faster. Okay, what do we got here? I'll take the Life Essence. I'll take the Nail of Talos as well. Yep, some healing. Okay, let's go. Alright, well, I'm glad we turned down Tight Deadline, because this is taking a bit longer than I want it to, but we are actually still making surprisingly good time. We're making a lot better time than I was making with Zeus, that's for sure. By this point, I had about 30 seconds left on my last Zeus attempt. Yeah, between... I think it's between Dread Flight and Dashing Flight. what I would want to go for next. Now, with approval process, we may not get a choice, but
She's charging up.
well, if we have the choice, I'm genuinely not sure. Probably dashing flight would be better for the bosses. Yeah, dread flight's not really going to help in the fight against Hades, but dashing flight definitely would, if only because it would increase the speed and the damage. You know what, let's call down Sisyphus, speed this up a bit. Get some health back. Oh. Ah. Might lose a Death Defiance here. Try not to, but... Ah, yeah. Shoot. Close, but couldn't quite avoid Electa well enough there. That's alright, though. I think we'll be okay. Alright, purge, purge. We got some obel back. Excellent. Alright, what do we got? We'll get some more Sisyphus and Life Essence, why not? But we are going to switch to the Shattered Shackle now. Kind of a shame we didn't get a Chaos Gate, but I don't want to go too much longer without the bonus damage of the Shattered Shackle. We got to speed things up here.
Learning awaits.
Nope, not taking Hermes. I will take Artemis over Hermes. Hermes is a little bit too risky to take. Just the sheer number of things that he can affect that you can't avoid using make me not want to use him. Oh, Chaos. That's what I like to see. Come on. Quit running away. Nice. Okay, what have you got, Artemis? Deadly Strike, sure. Okay, nope, nothing worth taking there. Let's take Chaos. Chaos Flourish, hopefully. That'd be nice.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I can't take Flayed Shot. I'm using my special pretty much exclusively here. Roiling Soul is an option, but I really don't... Well, it's kind of the only option now. The bonus health would be fine. I really don't want to face those bonus foes, but it's only for 3 encounters, so we might be okay. That's a lot of extra foes, though. 73%? That's rough. I can only hope that's cumulative with Jury Summons and not multiplicative. Should be, but I don't know. This is going to slow us down, though, for sure. Weirdly, this is one of the rare situations where I actually am glad that they're kind of showing up one at a time, because I'm not getting overwhelmed, and I can't exactly hit a whole group of them with my shield the way I have it right now anyway. Not bad, okay. Ah, okay. Oh, okay, this is bad, this is bad. Stupid shielding make this a lot worse to deal with. I have to just ignore the charged flight and just use whatever I can do to hit rapidly now. Oh, this is awful. This stupid shielding plus magma. Bad combo. I am hitting surprisingly quick. It would be nice if I could actually hit it in the first place, though. Come on. Jeepers. Okay, we'll take Aphrodite. Oh, I should have actually taken Artemis now that I think about it, because I already have an Artemis boon. I could have been offered something like Clean Kill or Hunter's Mark, which would have been easy enough to avoid. Ugh. Now we just gotta hope for Passion Flare, because anything else isn't really a viable option. That did not count as a Chaos encounter. Oh shoot. So out of these two, Dying Lament is the thing we'll make the least use out of.
I'm all worked up.
Kind of impossible to avoid taking something that we can use there, but we'll take the one that gives us the least usefulness. There we are. Okay. All I can hope for right now is that Thanatos will appear in the next chamber, so that we get the time save while we still have the bonus foes from Chaos. That would be the best case scenario. Deadly Strike. Pawn the thing that doesn't get used. Excellent. Thanatos, Thanatos. Oh, okay. Alright. Take the Centaur Heart, why not? Alright. Okay, well we're actually doing okay. This is going better than I thought it would, that's for sure.
I see you regrew your neck.
Maybe Explosive Return would be good, too. I think it's between Explosive Return and, well, actually, yeah, Explosive Return, Charge, Dashing Flight, or Dread Flight. Any one of those three, I think, would be useful in their own way. But Dread Flight is, I think, maybe bottom of the list, simply because it's not going to help us against bosses, and it may actually slow us down if it ricochets too many times. I don't know. If it's the only one that gets offered that's going to benefit our special, we'll take it. But if we get... I think I would prefer Explosive Return to Dreadflight, and I would probably prefer Dashing Flight to all of them. Anything that's going to make it faster and stronger. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Let's just call on Sisyphus, get a bit of help. Thank you. Now, I do like the fact that our shield ricochets, because it means that we can focus on Lerny and still actually deal with his little minions at the same time. Or vice versa, we can kind of target the minions, and we know that we'll be able to ricochet into Lerny like that. Okay. Alright, well, you know what? This is going better than I could have hoped for.
Lovely chatting with you, Lerny dear.
It is still pretty slow, but it's working. And that's what matters. Purge. There we go. Okay, I cannot afford that. That's a shame. Let me think about this. Yarn of Ariadne would be good if we get a Chaos Gate, but if we don't, then it's just a waste. Nemesis Crest could be good. Let's take it. If it speeds things up even just a little bit. Okay, fingers crossed we get an early hammer. Nope, not yet. Take the Obel. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Not something I want to be dealing with right now. At least I can kind of keep them over on the other side.
Dead.
There we go, yeah. Okay, yeah, that Nemesis Crest is working. Nice. Oh, lovely. One on each side. Come on, actually hit it, please. There we go. Hit the bloody enemy. There we go. Now, I wonder how the ricochet will apply when we go to fight Hades, if we can bounce it off cover. If we can, that may just help us survive as well, sort of like how we did with Ricochet Fire with our Zeg rail run. That was a nightmare, wasn't it? Easily the closest run I've ever had, but it doesn't look like it ricochets off cover. Can you please actually hit the bloody enemy? For crying out loud. Jeepers.
I'll take it.
Okay, Chaos Gate expired, that's good. We got a Daedalus Hammer. So, the number of foes should be reduced. See, this is where Dreadflight would really come in handy.
That one's regenerating.
No, you don't. See, and this is where Explosive Return would really be helpful. Let's heal up a bit if we can. Thank you.
Okay, goodbye.
There we go. Alright, we're good. What do we got? Explosive Return. That'll work. That'll deal some damage in an area when we catch our shield. 50 damage is nothing to sneeze at. I don't think that's affected by any of our special bonuses or anything like that, so it's just going to be 50 flat. But hey,
Just what I need.
that will go a long way towards helping us out.
Soul-sucking butterflies.
Okay. Not cool.
Thank you for that.
Let's try to just deal with these guys as quickly as we can. There we go. Good. Too many ricochets. Kind of glad we didn't get Dreadflight, because if we had, that would just be a mess. I have no idea how this is going to work against Theseus and Asterius. I will find out. Stay on this side. Deal with the strongbow first so that I can keep my distance. Good. Let's try to ricochet it off the long spear so that we can hit him in the back. Perfect. Excellent. Good enough. Okay, we made it.
Catch this soul, thanks.
Flood Flare, yep. That's the thing we won't be using. Take the bonus obol. I see a shop, that's helpful. Well of Charon, I should maybe specify. Not a full shop, but come on. Come on. Nice. Alright. Who's next? Okay. Nope. Dang.
No.
Okay. Gotta... Ah! Sometimes just the faster throw, I think, is going to be the better way to go. Especially if I'm dealing with armored foes. Okay, let's check something first. Okay, we got Patroclus. That's good. So I won't bother buying that Kiss of Styx. I will buy the Night Spindle instead. That saves us some obol. And yeah, let's get those the Kiss of Sticks, all those Death Defiances back. That'll help. Hopefully that will give us enough to get out of here. Whoa, hello, 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 hello. Okay. You guys are a bit too fast for my liking. Dang it. Yeah, kinda figured that would happen. Kinda hard to outpace these guys. Come on. I don't like when my shield ricochets all the way across the map like that, because I can't throw it as frequently. Alright, okay. Now the Centaur Heart, yep, as many of those as we can get. Okay, this is alright. None of them are armored, so I can stagger them all. An Explosive Return will blow them all up. There we go. Let's just get everybody gathering around. Nice. Nice. Okay, that was great. Let's have some more of that. Kinda don't want to get too close to the shields, because they can hurt. It's a little bit of a chaotic build, kind of trying to just throw my shield and hope it hits something. Really, it doesn't really... There's not a lot of aiming it, it's just chuck your shield as often as you can. It's working. It is working. I got 9 minutes on the clock. We're actually doing good for time. Shoot, not really anything I need. I'll take the darkness for just for the tiny bit of health that it'll give. And this is probably going to be the toughest fight in the entire run right now. So let's just start with Sisyphus right now. Get some healing. Get the Darkness Ennoble up. There we go. Whoa, whoa, okay. That was weird. I don't know how I didn't take damage from Mysterious there. Nice. That's why I dropped that. Nice, okay, already halfway. This is turning out okay. Shouldn't talk too soon though, because it can all change in an instant. Cool. Okay. Ah, okay. Close. Stay out of the damage circles. Try to get Asterius done as quickly as we can. From there, Theseus should be relatively easy to deal with. Oh, no. Ah, shoot. Kind of figured I'd lose at least one, so the fact that it took that long is actually a bit promising. One more. One more. Got him. Okay. Alright, bring it on, Theseus. Come on. Actually hit him. There we go. Good. Okay. All right. We're doing all right. I think just try to make use of explosive return as much as possible. Don't worry about charging it up. Just... Ooh, okay. Okay. Got him. Got him. All right. 6 minutes on the clock. We've got lots of time.
Who's champion now?
Holy smokes, this is going way better than I expected. Goodbye, Flood Flare. Yep, we'll buy that for sure. Air Spangle, why not? That could actually come in handy.
Got through Elysium.
Whew. Okay, so we did need quite a few extra Death Defiances for this run, which is unfortunate, but you know what? I didn't really expect any less for the shield. The shield's a tough weapon to really make full use of Boonless. I have to take the Centaur Heart. I wish it was in a boss chamber, but, well, gotta take it when it's offered. I want to save my Fated Authorities just in case we do not get an early Satyr Sack. Just try to get Explosive Return triggering as often as possible. There we go. Good. And we got no boons, so we can use whatever we want. Explosive Return at least helps deal with these things fairly well. As long as they're relatively close to us when we catch it. The Explosive Return will take care of them right away. It's a good thing we don't have damage control. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Shoot. I accidentally pressed a button that I didn't mean to. No, no, no. Don't do this to me. Don't. Okay, good enough. I'll take it. Oh, that was a disaster. I didn't mean to hit the trigger and it re-rolled the room reward. That would have been a disaster if it didn't let us take something that wasn't a boon. Otherwise, that would literally force us to throw this whole run away. Okay. Fingers crossed we can get an early Satyr Sack. But I'm probably going to re-roll a boss room to see if we can get a Centaur Heart for the next chamber. I'm going to save the Obel chamber till the end, unless I run out of Fated Authorities, and then it's like, well, we kind of have to take it. But if we can get a Satyr Sack in the first 2-3 chambers at the most, that would be ideal.
No way.
Okay, so let's start by re-rolling one of these.
For a change.
Nope, one more. That's fine. Okay, I'll take the Centaur Heart. Before I do that, though, I'm actually going to buy this one. There we go.
Thank you, mate.
Good, okay. Do not accidentally press a trigger again like... Okay. It's kind of weird that the Boonless shield run is making use of something that I almost never use, which is Beowulf special. I just find it usually too slow to be effective, and the other aspect of Beowulf giving you the bonus, okay, damage to undamaged foes. We might as well spend the money. We don't have anything else to spend it on. The other thing that Beowulf gives you with the Dragon Rush and the bonus cast damage in area is just far more useful than whatever your special can do. So it's kind of interesting that the Boonless run makes use of something that I... Oh, perfect. Okay, we're doing good now. I was a little bit worried that I had accidentally screwed this up. We don't have a single Olympian boon We're going in to face Hades with 400 health and 2 Death Defiances, and a relatively safe build with 12 minutes on the clock just about. This might actually win. And we only have to deal with 2 Hades phases. I think this'll go through. Oh, I really hope so.
Father.
Who shall be first to...
Yeah, I can ricochet the shield off of his skulls, and that'll help if nothing else. I guess I do need to be careful with my charge throws, though. If he's gonna appear out of nowhere, I have to make sure that... okay, yeah, I have to make sure I can dodge out of the way. You know what, I might as well load my casts, so that if I ever do a bull rush, I actually will deal the bonus damage for it. I think the charged shots I need to, the charged flight I need to ignore for now, and just focus on hitting him as frequently as possible. Of course, it has to be the thing that gives him a shield. Alright, not bad. Yeah, ricochet off the Draken. Get rid of that thing, please. While also still simultaneously actually dealing damage to Hades. That is excellent. Now the ricocheting shield actually seems to be working here. Whoa. Whoa, okay, that was way too close. I'm actually amazed I didn't get hit there. Okay.
Your Highnesses, foul weather is the only kind.
Okay, now the shield ricochets off the darkness and obel, which is nice. So maybe I can just use that to keep myself between him. Provide just a little bit of protection. Have to deal with the Doomstones first, unfortunately. Did I have hard labor turned up? I think that's why he's dealing so much damage. I was thinking, like, that's more damage than I remember him doing, but I think we turned hard labor up. Or no, it was lasting consequences and jury summons. Hard labor isn't turned up. Where are you? Nice. Okay, there we go. That was surprisingly effective. Let's finish him off. Can I just stand between? Nope, nope. Okay, that was dumb. Don't take stupid chances, just... Still have a full Death Defiance and 200 health, though. I think we'll be fine. Think is the operative word there, though. I don't actually know. Yeah, now that I think about it, dashing flight would have been better. Because the reality is we're just not really using our charged flight right now. We're mostly just trying to hit him as rapidly as we can, and Dashing Flight would not only increase the speed of our throw, but also the damage. So Dashing Flight would have been the better way to go, but the fact that we're able to do this without it is pretty good as well. Explosive Return is absolutely helping, though. Not all the time, I mean, we're not always close enough for it to help, but it's helping often enough that, if nothing else, it's helping against these things. Got it to half. That's right, ricochet off the oboe. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, line it up. It's not a very high-powered build, but you know what? It works. It's a very safe build, and that's all I can really ask for with this. As long as it gets the clear in time, and it's strong enough. It doesn't have to be the strongest thing in the world, it just has to work. Can I... There we go. Yeah, ricochet off the wall. I'm just very glad that I didn't have to take him on with extremist measures. That would have been a disaster, honestly. I don't think there's any way we'd have gotten anywhere close to this. But this has actually been surprisingly effective, and I'm happy with that run. That was a Hail Mary. I did not think Beowulf would be anywhere close to fast enough. That was actually way more effective than I thought it would be. Okay, well, cool. That is Boonless Aegis. So, yeah, that's it, really. Charged Flight, Explosive Return. The plus 3% special damage bonus. Oh, that made the difference now. Shattered Shackle, definitely, though. And honestly, I don't know how much Charged Flight really helped. It definitely helped in the beginning. It did not really help at all against Hades, though. Explosive Return 100% did, but I actually, if I could have gotten Dashing Flight instead, I would have preferred that. Just seeing how the rest of that run went, Dashing Flight probably would have been better. But okay, yeah, that's it. Darker Thirst, yeah. There is our Boonless Beowulf shield run. Take a screenshot, and
Excellent.
Why not? Let's fish.
Time to fish. Got a bite.
Sturgeon, nice.
That's one big sturgeon.
Okay, well that went way better than I could have ever hoped for, so all that's left is the fists. Let's see if we can pull that off next time. So, until then, take care.